Oh boy. After the breeze of the past several maps, especially floor 37, which again, I believe, I need to go back and watch it again, I believe there wasn't a single mutant in that map. Oh, when I said please don't leave them out again, because again, this game needs to have the mutants, make it tougher, boy did I get, my worst nightmare in some ways. If any of you have ever watched my All This and Wolf 3D walkthrough, if you remember floor 9 and how brutal that map was, because of all the vine mazes and the moldy walls, this map is kind of like a modified version of that, except a little bit easier in some ways, because it's not as confusing, but in some ways it can be a little bit worse than it was. Oh boys, this map is just a bunch of short, small hallways involving, dogs and mutants, especially in a room where the only key is in this map. There's only one key in this map, the gold key. But in that room, it can be brutal, as long as you stay on the outside. And usually, when you go in there, though, the dogs and the first couple mutants do come to you. The rest of them will not come to your presence unless you walk right in front of them. So to stay on the outside perimeter, and you should be fine in that room, fighting off all the mutants in that room, getting to the gold key. Of course, the toughest part about this map is getting out of the map. When you get into that room, that nasty maze of vines, that is very confusing. And there's a lot of mutants that can be overlooked. Those last two that I just got, I always overlook those. It's usually always me finishing with 94% kills and 96% kills and 94% treasure, because of those last two darn mutants. But what's tough about that one, and I cannot remember for the life of me if floor 9 was like this. I gotta go back and watch that floor again from All This and Wolf 3D. But the mutants also, not all of them stay in the same spot. Most of them do move around, so you never know where you're gonna see them. But luckily, somehow I did this map in one take, which I was pretty impressed at. I'm surprised I didn't have to do it multiple times because of that vine hallway. But yeah, oh boy. Brutal map. Definitely probably one of the tougher ones we've seen in the game. Let's move on to 439 in the next video. Until then, guys, I am the Club of the Man, 1993.